As I drove through the impenetrable darkness, the only illumination I received was the feeble glow of my headlights. As the road continued ahead, it disappeared into the inky abyss, drawing me deeper into its mouth. With its ominous silence, my shift at the hospital ended late, and I was driving home, slowly and alone. I was suddenly lost in a labyrinth of shadows and whispers as I walked along the familiar route. Silence filled the darkness, broken only by the rhythmic hum of the engine. Muddled sounds of unseen creatures lurked in the shadows. There was an unsettling feeling over me, as if I was being warned of an impending danger. Shivers ran down my spine as the air grew heavy with an unseen presence. My unease persisted, growing stronger with each mile. As I blamed fatigue for my unease, I plunged into impenetrable darkness. When my headlights dimmed and died, my heart pounded like a drum against my ribs as panic surged through me. Fumbling with the dashboard controls, my hands trembling, I couldn't get anything to work. A prisoner of the night, I was trapped in the darkness. Reaching for my phone, I frantically dialed for help, but the signal was non-existent. I was alone, adrift in a sea of darkness. My only companions were the unseen entities that now surrounded me. The silence was deafening, broken only by my own ragged breathing. As I sat in the darkness, Doctor watched over me. It was an overwhelming feeling of being watched, of unseen eyes following my every move. The shadows danced and contorted, forming grisly shapes that sent my imagination into overdrive. Then I hear it, a soft gurgle sound, a low growl that echoed through the night. It came from the darkness beyond my car, a sound that sent a chill of terror down my spine. I strained my ears, listening for any further movement, but the sound had ceased, leaving me with an even more intense sense of foreboding. Suddenly a deafening crash jolted me out of my thoughts. My car rocked violently, and I was thrown against the steering wheel. I clutched the dashboard, my heart pounding in my chest. As I tried to regain my bearings through the shattered windshield, I could see a shadowy figure standing in the middle of the road, its eyes glowing with an eerie red light. It was tall and gaunt, its body twisted and deformed, its skin pale and sickly. The figure raised its skeletal hand, and I could see long jagged claws extending from its fingertips. It pointed towards me, its eyes burning with intensity that made my blood run cold. I was frozen, paralyzed by fear. As the figure moved towards me, its movements were slow and deliberate, each step echoing with an ominous thud. I watched in horror as it crept closer, its eyes never leaving mine. I tried to scream, but no sound came out. My throat was constricted by fear, my body frozen in terror. The figure was almost upon me, its claws outstretched, its eyes burning with malevolent hunger. I closed my eyes, bracing for the inevitable, but the blow never came. Instead, heard a loud metallic screech, followed by glass shattering. Opening my eyes, I saw the figure lying crumpled on the road, its body contorted at an unnatural angle. A dark viscous liquid pulled around it, staining the asphalt with an ominous hue. A police car appeared from the darkness, its headlights cutting through the gloom like a beacon of hope. The officers rushed to my aid, their faces etched with concern. They asked me what had happened, but I could only stare at the scene before me, my mind struggling to comprehend the horror I had just witnessed. My injuries were examined at the hospital. My physical well-being was not affected, but I suffered psychologically. My memory will forever be etched with the image of that nightmarish figure. Seeing it was a haunting reminder that darkness lurks in the night.